everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still Tuesday. It is the 20th of September 2022, and I wanted to do a video. It's about 3 in the afternoon now, and I'm done working. I'm tired, sweaty, muddy. Not really muddy, just dirty. And so I'm looking forward to definitely cleaning up. But I wanted to talk about this topic today because I think this is important. I think this is a good lesson at the same time, and I think that we should all be paying attention to these things. And so here we go. I wanted to talk about Hurricane Fiona. All right, if I'm saying that wrong, sue me. All right. It's worked its way up to a Category 3 now with sustained winds of 115 miles an hour. It's moving at 9 miles an hour. As we know, it hit Puerto Rico 24 hours ago, and it also hit the Dominican Republic. All right. So in Puerto Rico, there was 12 to 20 inches of rain in most areas. Some areas received up to 35 inches of rain. I'm just going to think about that, the amount of rain. Even 12 to 20 inches is still a tremendous amount of rain in less than a 24-hour period. Well, because of that, they've had a lot of mudslides. There's a lot of major flooding going on in there. And the Dominican Republic also is having these same issues. So it's not good at all. So they've also had a tremendous amount of rain in the Dominican Republic. More than 80% of the people in Puerto Rico remain without power. Hello, young lady. How are you? How are you? Her boyfriend's here, and so she had, I don't know where she was. She was off with him somewhere. She's not wet, so I don't think she was down in the spring. I know that here he comes too. Jerry Lee, where have you been? Were you guys out on an adventure? She's such a good girl. So just before I started this video, I hadn't seen her in like 10 minutes. I did 2 whistles, and boom, there she is. And the only time that she ever goes off anywhere, realistically, is when Jerry Lee's around. Other than that, that dog don't go too far from me ever. But he has been visiting every day. So it's like the joke is with the people, like he spent the night over the weekend, and I had some of the folks were like, oh, there's your other dog. But he's a really, really good dog, very gentle-natured dog. All right, so let me get back to what we were talking about, okay? More than 80% of Puerto Rico remains without power on Tuesday, more than 24 hours after the storm shut down the entire system. Puerto Rico's dealt with this before. We've known what's happened before. They've had a lot of issues before, and now they're both in the garden eating scraps. Awesome. So you're talking about a tremendous amount of people still without power. Also, let's see, where was I at here? I had to write my things down so that I didn't forget, and I didn't want to be hesitating with you guys while we were doing this. Water services were cut to more than 837 customers, 2/3 of the total on the island. Now, this is in Puerto Rico, okay? In the Dominican Republic, more than 1 million people are without rainwater or running water at this point in time. And 700,000 homes and businesses are without power in the Dominican Republic. So I want you to think about this. The reality of this type of a situation. It's going to be a while before everybody gets back on. They got 20% of the people on. It'll probably be a few days, if you know, and then more in the remote areas can take longer. Hold on, I got to get them out of this garden. Hold on a second. Come on, out of there. Hey, out, out. Yeah, she knows better. Jerry, what are you doing, Jerry Lee? Stay out of that garden. Stay out of that garden. I know there's a lot of goodies in there to eat, but no. All right, let me just close this fence up. Hold on one second, folks. All right. So you have all these folks without power, without water, and obviously it's a temporary situation right now. But the reality is these type of situations are going to continue to happen. They always continue to happen year after year. You know, it happens in the United States obviously as well. And the problem with that is I always think of it from this perspective. Let's say it's a true S.H.T.F event that has happened. Number one, there will be no warnings of deadly storms coming. So people will have no idea that there is a hurricane coming. They'll have no idea that there is a tornado coming. They'll have no idea of a major blizzard that's coming, torrential rains and flooding. None of these things people are going to know about. Mudslides, forest fires. I mean, forest fires, you're going to see, you know, what's happening from a distance, but you're not going to know how bad it is. And so those are things that people really need to be paying attention to and looking at, because these are things that are going to affect people. In an S.H.T.F event, when the power goes out, let's say that it's not a grid down situation and you still had power. Well, when the power outages happen because of a storm, hurricane, flood, tornado, whatever the case may be, there's nobody coming to fix them. When the Northeast gets hit with 30 inches of snow in one storm, I got to walk around, guys. I apologize. These bugs are ridiculously relentless. There's not going to be anybody coming to plow the roads. So once those storms hit the Northeast, people are going to be in for the winter. So people need to think about those things. Now I hear a helicopter coming. Let's see where they're at. Oh, there it is. Right above the tree line there, guys. I don't know if you can see that on the video or not. That looks like a civilian helicopter. It doesn't seem to be like a military one, I don't think. It's smaller, but there it is. Yeah, that seems to be more of a civilian helicopter. There it goes. All right. So, anyway, you know, with that, again, getting back to the topic, you would be locked in for the winter. You would not be able to get out. You would not be able to go anywhere because there would be so much snow. And then if the weather stayed cold and more snow came, it would just pile up. So unless you had equipment to clean out your area, but where are you going to go? Let's say you clean out around your property, in your house, and maybe a little bit of your road. There's nobody else cleaning up the rest of the road. So, and eventually you're going to run out of fuel. So do you waste your fuel to, you know, use your plow and all those type of things? I mean, those are things that people really do need to think about and plan accordingly. You know, prepping is not about just the end of the world as we know it. That is not what prepping is about. Prepping is about being ready for whatever may happen, and being prepared for those type of situations. And so just something to think about. I would like you to think about that, obviously. And I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic. Watching people suffering like that is not any fun. And I hope that in Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic they get their power back on rather quickly. Now this hurricane, they're saying as of right now, is not a threat to the United States. So that's a good thing. It's been a less than active hurricane season already. But you know, that can change in a heartbeat. So just prepare for the worst, hope for the best. You know, these type of events are going to continue to happen even if we do not have a true S.H.T.F event. But what you need again to remember, and I know I repeat myself when I say these things, but when something happens, you are going to have what you have. I want you to look around your homes. I want you to look around your apartments if you're living in an apartment. How much food and water do you have? How much supplies, other supplies do you have? The different things that are necessary to help you to survive long term. How ready are you for those things? Just a question. Just look around. Make a mental note of what you have. And I'll tell you what, when you look at those type of situations and you realize that you are woefully underprepared, and a lot of people are, and we know that, it's not any surprise, it's a real eye-opener. So anyway, folks, I am going to jump off of here for now. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I've had a productive day here. I'm really, really happy. I hope that you liked part 1 of the bunker video. It's going to be a work in progress. That's something that's going to take a tremendous amount of time. I'm working with a jackhammer, so, you know. Oh, hold on one second, folks. Hey, Danny.
Hey, buddy, how you doing now?
Are you here?
Yes, sir.
All right, you already got her unloaded?
I do. I still got just a little bit on the truck. I don't know how much without looking, but I'm coming up here to turn around.
Okay. All
And
right.
we'll look at where you want to put
The extra?
more of it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bad place or two back out the road. One of them's under a pine, but I don't think I can get in there to put it there because of the limbs and stuff.
All right, well,
I'm gonna look up here just a jiffy and we'll see how much we have left.
all right, well, I'll be right up.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, guys, that was the bulldozer guy, or gravel guy, with the next load of gravel already distributed, and I'm going to be going up there to see him in a moment. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Remember also, STD, step thing and day, one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. I apologize for the phone call, but I knew it was him, and I had to take that call. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, if you work methodically at it, step thing and day, you can get anything done, and it's amazing how that works. All right, I will see you all later. I hope you have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.